Okay, we are approaching 11 minutes after the hour. I have invited State Representative Susan Lynn to be with us today. She is here this morning, live in studio. Good morning to you.
Hi, good morning, Coleman.
We are trying to meet the candidates who have, where there's more than one candidate seeking an office of those that are countywide or better. Anyway, Susan Lynn is our State Representative for District 57. So, start us off this morning. Tell us what you'd like. Most people are, you do have name recognition, but for those who don't know, tell us about Susan Lynn.
Okay. Well, I'm Susan Lynn. I have served as state representative at two different times. I served from 2002 to 2010, and then I was reelected in 2012, and I serve until today. And I have enjoyed that very much. It's really my mission. It's my Christian mission of public service. I also have a bachelor's degree in economics, and I work as a financial analyst, and I'm married. We have 2 children and 6 adorable little grandchildren.
Why do you want to continue to be the state representative? You sort of said that, but elaborate on that a little more.
Coleman, I am just so excited at the wonderful things that we've been able to accomplish in Tennessee, even during the recession from 2010 to our new president came in. Tennessee was doing great because of the policies that we were able to enact. And that's what I want to talk about, the good things that are happening in Tennessee. I'm really proud of my conservative record. I have won numerous awards for having a conservative record. In every election, I've received an A rating from the NRA, and also Tennessee Right to Life has A-rated me, and I'm their endorsed candidate in this election. NFIB has always given me their top rating, and I am a guardian of small business and a champion of small business. Voters for Animal Protection have endorsed me in the past, and it's too early yet. They haven't made those endorsements, but I'm looking forward to. I don't see why I might not get that endorsement. And then also, I have been the Greater Nashville Regional Council Legislator of the Year 3 times, and this year included. Just last week or week before last, I won for the 3rd time. I was very honored to win that, and it's because, Coleman, you have to. I'm conservative, and everybody knows that I'm conservative. Downtown people laugh if they hear, somebody back home say that I'm not. And but you also have to be effective. You have to be able to work with people. You have to be able to study bills. The bills can be very complicated, and study them and think them out and talk to other people and listen to them. A lot of times my constituents call me and they've got questions. They've got ideas, and I'm able to take those ideas and get a bill amended with that idea so that we can make a bill as good as it can possibly be. But today, Tennessee has the lowest unemployment rate in our history. 400,000 new jobs. We've tripled the rainy day fund. It's the largest it's ever been. We are the lowest debt state in the nation. We're building our roads with cash. We do not go into debt to build our roads. We have a triple A bond rating. What difference does that make? That means that if Tennessee has to borrow money, we borrow it at the lowest rate possible. Our schools are the fastest improving in the nation. Our graduation rates are the highest that they've ever been. Our ACT scores are on the rise. I've been, part of that. We've increased K-12 education money $1.3 billion over the time that I've been here re-elected to office. And we've done that without raising taxes. That came from growth revenue, growth in our economy. I voted and passed bills to give Tennesseans, all of them, access to college. Most impressive thing, since I've been reelected, I have voted on $740 million of tax cuts. Really, really proud of that, because that makes the lives of Tennesseans easier.
Okay. So, State Representative Susan Lynn, candidate for re-election. We'll take a break right here. Have more in a moment on Coleman and Company, FM 98.9. Coleman and Company here on this Friday. We have State Representative Susan Lynn, candidate for re-election. Well, what are the issues as you see them here? We've got 2 people vying for the Republican nomination, and your opponent was here with us before, Mr. Shane, and he did mention some things about half-truths and some other things, and talked about sometimes I think some of these contests are who can be more conservative than the other one. But address some of those things, if you would.
Well, I was just saying to you that my parents always taught me half truths equal full lies. I was, not happy about a lot of the things that he said. Coleman, he says the Improve Act is the largest tax increase in state history, and that is absolutely false. The single largest tax increase in state history was the year before I was elected, when the General Assembly raised the sales tax by a penny. It was $1 billion tax increase. That was the single largest one. What is true is that the Improve Act was the largest tax cut in Tennessee history, because we used the budget surplus. It was $500 million annual surplus, and we cut the food tax, the hall income tax, the franchise and excise tax, property taxes for low-income seniors and disabled veterans, and these are all very important things for Tennesseans. And the tax cuts completely offset the gas tax by double. The bill was endorsed by the conservative Americans for Tax Reform, and they said, and I quote, in the letter that they sent to everybody in the General Assembly, the Improve Act is a net tax cut. That's what they said in their letter. And Coleman, I held 11 town hall meetings before that vote, and I didn't vote for the bill because I wanted to. I voted for the bill because when presented with the information, my constituents told me that they liked the Improve Act the best. And 75% of people on my survey have returned the survey and said that they are in favor of the Improve Act. Only 7% say that they're not. And lastly, this is something that is really important to understand, because my opponent does present this very badly. The gas tax is an excise tax, and what that means is it's unaffected by the price increases. An excise tax, it's a per gallon rate. So the gas tax went up 4 cents. If you buy 10 gallons of gas at $1 a gallon, you're paying 40 cents extra. If you buy 10 gallons of gas at $3 a gallon, you're paying 40 cents extra. That's it. It is an excise tax. Another thing I wanted to address is that 109 is included in the Improve Act. The project in 2016 was the north section of 109. The project in the Improve Act is the south section from Highway 70 to just north of Dry Fork Creek. Right now, Coleman, because of the Improve Act, we have $105 million worth of transportation projects going on in Wilson County, 109, 141, I-40, and many local projects. Our cities got extra money too, and the county got extra money. Another thing is, Coleman, I did not vote for Common Core, and I did not vote for Tennessee Ready. Those were never votes before the General Assembly. They were implemented by the Department of Education. I did, however, vote to get rid of Common Core in 2015 when the General Assembly, we had just had enough. And lastly, the restroom bill is probably one of the most ridiculous arguments to try to win an election that I've ever heard. I wrote the restroom bill. It only applied to Tennessee schools. I did not kill it. I took the bill off notice so that Tennessee could instead file a lawsuit or join a lawsuit against the Obama administration to get rid of the Obama restroom directive that said boys had to go to the girls' room and girls could go to the boys' room. And guess what? We won that lawsuit. We won because we filed it in Texas in a conservative venue. That's what we needed to do. We took that strategy, and that was the right strategy. We defeated Obama's restroom directive, protecting the privacy of little ones, little boys and girls. If I am wrong, why did no legislator file a restroom bill last year? I'm not wrong. There is not one state in the union that has a restroom bill in place. Because why? Instead, we went on the offense. We defeated it in court, several states. And then, of course, when Trump came in, he got rid of it within, I think it was within 2 or 3 months. He just tore up the document and said that does not exist anymore. But
so we don't need it.
No, our Tennessee schools are operating as they should be. Really, they're operating according to what my bill said, and I'm really proud of that.
What's been as you've been campaigning? You see a lot of positive people out there as far as your campaign?
I do. It's wonderful. You know, I knock on doors every 2 years, and it's wonderful to see the same people year after year. It's wonderful to meet new people. We have a lot of new people that have come here to our state, and that has, you know, just been a wonderful experience to meet them. I also have held dinners where we meet at restaurants. I invite the new people and, you know, come meet, let's talk, let's find out where you've been and what your trail has been. One thing my opponent didn't say, too, is that he's a new person. He became a U.S. citizen in 2015, and I'm glad that he's got a degree of success here. I really am. Very glad. And I'm glad for everybody who comes to Tennessee and finds that Tennessee is just a great state. I hear it door after door after door. I love Tennessee. I love Tennessee. And I tell them, you know, we are bound and determined to keep Tennessee a wonderful place in which to live and raise a family. And there's a lot of things I still would like to work on.
You must be anticipating, 'cause I was going to say, what's the next 2 years going to bring? What do you want to see accomplished?
We'll still work on the transportation projects. It's, you know, there's a lot that weren't ready to be funded by the Improve Act yet, and so the local governments are getting there, and I just keep that line of communication between them and TDOT open so that they can keep progressing and get the projects to the point where we're ready to go and we can fund those projects. Also, prison reform. Coleman, we really need to do something about mental illness in prison and give folks more help and mental illness in general. When you see the folks that are shooting people just randomly in public, more often than not, they've got mental illness. And Coleman, we have to start addressing this differently. I hope that the new governor, I don't know who our new governor will be, but I really want to press that on our new governor. Obviously, we're going to continue to work on the education and testing. The House was very proactive this year in the Tennessee Ready. And saying, okay, these tests, there's a big mess up where these are not going to count towards the students' grades, towards the teachers' evaluations, and we are obviously going to go on with that. A committee I'm on, last week we took the test writing away from the vendor. We took that away and we gave it to someone else. And then also, I'm really eager to do something about the professional privilege tax. That was a tax that was implemented, golly, I think it was 1982. It was raised before I was elected. It was doubled. And it really is a tax that is, you know, targeting certain people, and it's really relatively unfair. Truly unfair. And so I have co-sponsored a bill.
Modifying it, doing away with it, or?
Yes, modifying it and ratcheting it down. That seems to be the best way to get rid of a tax that has a lot of income coming in. It's one fell swoop. The whole General Assembly goes, whoa, can we afford this? But when you ratchet it down, you can actually do it very quickly, and then before long it's gone away. And that seems to have more favor with the legislators and with the administration. So it's really been an attempt to just, you know, get rid of it, take it away, and everybody kind of freaks out. I have been a co-sponsor of a bill to get rid of it and just take it away. But I think probably a strategy to ratchet it down will work, and I intend to pursue that.
All right, we've got just about time to let you have the final word here this morning. We'll sort of let you summarize your campaign, if you will, why you think you should be reelected to your state representative seat.
Well, Coleman, I hope the voters have feel that I've done a good job for them. I work very hard for them. I have a newsletter where I communicate with them all the time. I have a website that probably is like no other legislators. If you go there's a lot of information on my website, and I'm the one who spends the time to put all that information together because I want my constituents to understand that. Since I've been in the General Assembly, I've been given leadership positions. I was chairman of government operations, chairman of consumer and human resources. I'm on the finance committee. I'm on the ethics committee. The governor has appointed me to the workforce development board and to launch Tennessee's board. And then my peers elected me to the Fiscal Review Committee and to another board, a Greater Nashville Regional Council. So I'm very proud of those things, and everything I do, I work very, very hard for my constituents. One of my best things I think I do, though, is my favorite things is constituent services. People call my office every day and they need help. And really, I consider my work as a General Assembly member my Christian mission. I'm not sure why God has moved the hearts of the voters to ever vote for me. I'm not sure why. But he's placed me in this position, and so every day I'm just humbly grateful and ever grateful for the opportunity. From day one, I've been determined to never squander a moment. This is truly a gift to be able to help other people like this, and I just don't squander a moment. I consider it a duty, and a duty that I love very much. And so I ask the people of the 57th District who are listening right now for their vote in the upcoming primary election.
All right. Well, we want to thank you for being here. Election is Thursday, August the 2nd. Early voting starts about the middle of July, I think. We're a little over a month to a month and a half away from early voting. So thanks for being with us this morning. We appreciate it very much. That is State Representative Susan Lynn, and she is asking the people to re-elect her to that position, and we appreciate her being here this morning. Part one of Coleman and Company. Stay with us for more. FM 98.9.